You're good?
And we are live. Welcome back to Roswell High School for the high school championship game of the Georgia Hoops Invitational. We've got Dynasty Elite 10th grade taking on the Georgia State Warriors. Dynasty Elite in white and the blue trim. Georgia State in red.
See, this is going to be a high-flying game. Both of these teams are very good from the perimeter, but they also can get above the rim.
Three-pointer up and away, no good for Johnson. Rebound inside and not going to fall. Number 10, Bolston bringing the ball up the court. Wings it over to the wing to Allen. Stewart back up top, inside, working it around. Three-pointer up and away. No good for number 3, Matthews.
And that's going to be the key right there, Brian, for the GS Warriors, is they're going to have to hit those perimeter shots because they don't have the size to compete with the Dynasty Elite down low.
Dynasty Elite takes another long three. Teague not going to go. Offensive board, and the putback falls for Gaddis.
That may hurt the Warriors today. They just don't have the size to compete against Zion Gaddis and his size.
Dynasty Elite rolled through this tournament with 4 wins. They beat the Georgia State Warriors here 53-44 in pool play. Both teams came back and won easily in their semifinals, and they'll match up here in the championship game. Looked at the big man inside there, thought better of it, and wheeled around the baseline, kicked it back up top. Nice drive and kick, works it around the outside. Again, another drive. Big man steps up, and that's a travel.
The one thing the Warriors do have, and they've been doing this for years, is Coach Dinkle, their head coach. They move the ball very well. They move the ball very well. They have no bench, as you can see. They don't have a whole lot of players. They don't have any players on the bench, but they move the ball and they execute their offense extremely well.
You know, they looked a little light in warm-ups, but now I'm seeing you're exactly correct. They literally have no one on the bench. They are running with 5 here, so foul trouble would be a disaster.
It would. It would. The kid that just got fouled, Chase McKee, that's Derek McKee, former NBA player.
Oh, wow.
That's his younger son.
Okay. Ball is up and away. Dynasty Elite gets the offensive rebound, and it's kicked back out, and it's going to stay here. 2-0, 6:06 remaining here in the first quarter. Dynasty Elite in white and the Georgia State Warriors in red. 3-ball up and away, and it is good. That is Johnson for 3. He's 1 for 2 to start here, and they're up 5-0.
Now that could be kind of scary, Z, because if they're hitting from the perimeter and they have their low post presence, that's going to be tough for the GS Warriors.
Working it around. 3-ball up and away, front rim, no good for Dinkle. But they get the offensive rebound. Comes back out to him again. He's going to fire again from 3. Misses that one as well. They're 0 for 3 to start from three-point land.
They're going to shoot it. They're going to put up probably 33s today with no hesitation.
They play like the Golden State Warriors then if they're going to put up 33s. We'll see if anybody can hit it like the Golden State Warriors. Nice drive, mid-range pull-up, and that's a 2 for.
That's Josh Boyer.
Bowie, he told me. I asked him before the game, and he said it's pronounced Bowie.
Okay.
There's another gentleman I had to check on the bench. It's Klazinski. So they're keeping us on our toes in the broadcast booth here. Halftime Sports and Sportalspace bringing you this high school action. Beautiful 3, and it goes for Allen. They're 1 for 3 now. It is 7-3, coming to you live from the home of the Roswell Hornets, Roswell High School. It's been a great day over here. We've been very appreciative of the hospitality, and that is a second three-pointer for Allen. Sorry, Johnson.
That's Sterling.
Johnson with his second 3. He's 2 for 3 now from 3. Number 13, Johnson with the 3.
It's a 3-point barrage right now.
Yeah, a lot of the baskets coming from 3 for both squads. 10-3 here. White home team, Dynasty Elite leading. That bucket does not fall. Teague pushing him in transition a bit. Going to set up the offense. Surprised they haven't been running it through the paint. They've really been taking these outside shots. And here goes another one.
Well,
Bowie.
that's a nice rebound.
Up and away, no good.
Built just like his father. Tall, slim, athletic.
Nice play inside, and he will go to the line here. That's McKee to shoot 2. Dynasty Elite leading 10-3 here with 4:04 remaining. First free throw is up, and it is good for McKee. One more free throw coming, 11-3. Make that 12-3. The Warriors better get something rolling here. They've been content to launch threes. They've taken a lot of them. They've actually taken only 3 so far, I think.
Their philosophy is if they make 3 threes, you got to make 5. 5 basketball goals. You make 3, you got to make 5.
Well, they are certainly not shy about taking them, and they are taking them. They just have only made 1 of their 4 so far. Drives the basket and no good. That is Matthews.
That's a big rebound.
Dynasty Elite, Powell popping around. He's got the man on the wing. It's got to be close to a 10-second call here. They get it across the line into the front court. 3-pointer up and away, no good for Johnson. And we're running the other way. Driving out of control is Stewart, but he gets the foul call. Johnson was looking for the free-point foul call in the corner over there, didn't get the referees. He's made 2 of 4. He leads all scorers with 6. 12-3 with 3:25 remaining in this high school championship matchup.
The GS Warriors are going to have to speed up the tempo of the game here.
First free throw, no good for Stewart. Only Allen, number 35 on the books for the Warriors so far. He hit a 3 earlier. Second free throw coming up here for Stewart. And it's good. Score is 12-4 with 3:25 remaining here in the first.
I would imagine they're going to have to start picking up a little bit more full court pressure, putting more pressure on the Dynasty Elite guards to make sure they don't get the ball down low to those bigs.
I'd like to see the ball inside to Gaddis. He's got 6 inches and a good 20, 30 pounds on the guys guarding him. And the call is
3 seconds.
3-second violation. All right. We're going the opposite direction here. Warriors into the front court in red. They're down 12-4. 3-pointer up and away, and it is good. That is Stewart. He has 4 to lead the Warriors. 12-7 now, and a little bit of life in these guys. Let's see what they can do with it.
When they're shooting the ball well from the perimeter, they're tough.
They're definitely going to keep shooting it. They've showed no hesitation. They have taken 5 3-pointers in less than 5 minutes.
There's no inhibitions in their game here, Brian. No inhibitions at all. They will put it up.
Dynasty Elite also pretty happy to take outside buckets. Gaddis pops it up there, can't get it to fall. Warriors are running. They're looking for the trailer. They've got a 3-ball if they want it. Coming there. Nope. Gonna pass that one up. Working it around the outside. Driving the basket. Kicks to another 3-point shooter.
Wow.
And that one is good for Matthews.
That is nice.
We got ourselves a ball game here finally, KC. It's been a couple of blowouts so far in these championship games, but we got 12-10. 2 minutes remaining.
Nice.
And the Warriors are clearly going to keep shooting this thing. Their whole game has been predicated on drive and kick, and everyone on this team seems plenty happy to shoot threes when they're open.
They have no problems in putting that 3-ball up.
And there's a 2. It's short.
Mid-range game.
And a steal. Goes inside. Nice bucket by Allen. He has 5 to lead the Warriors, and they are tied up here. 12-12, 1:33 remaining. Dynasty Elite Coach Fields does not like it. He's going to call a timeout.
9-0 run. 9-0 run for the Warriors.
Yeah, this game looked like it was getting a little bit out of hand. It was 12-3. Warriors were struggling, and then the 3-point basket started to fall.
It's amazing that 3-point basket can get you in a game so quickly, so quickly. It can also take you out of a game so quickly if you're not hitting the threes.
Well, fortunately, I see a 6th red jersey over there now. He looks like somebody's little brother, but he may be available in a pinch.
It doesn't look like he's in too much of a hurry to get into the game.
No, but it lets him sit on the bench where he's got a great seat.
There you go.
We're coming back out here. It is 12-12 with 1:32 remaining. This is the high school division championship. The Dynasty Elite in white with the blue trim facing the Georgia State Warriors in red. Georgia State Warriors loving the 3-ball. Everyone can shoot it, and they all have done it. We've had 4 guys out of their 5 already put 3 balls up for the Warriors.
Wow. That's putting it up. Oh, good defense. Good defense. Good pressure by the Warriors here.
Dynasty Elite trying to attack, getting into the paint, and a beautiful move by Fields.
You got to.
I don't think they can take that risk with no bench.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't afford to be giving fouls here with the Warriors.
Good point. Good point.
I like the idea normally, but with no bench, it's a big risk. Dynasty Elite coach is trying to keep them out on the perimeter, trying to keep those defenders, making sure they don't leave any more open buckets. That's how the Warriors have gotten back into this thing. It's been open threes, and there's another one. That one's short for Matthews. But the rebound, and the ball is up and in. Was that Matthews again, number 3?
Matthews. He has such a pretty shot, Coach.
Matthews has got 6 points. He's fired 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers, 6 shots overall for 6 points. 26 seconds remaining, and we're tied back up again at 14 all. Oh, that was a 2, not a 3. I apologize. 19 seconds left. Dynasty Elite, patient, working the ball around the outside.
They've checked in.
10 seconds remaining. Not in any kind of rush here. Drives the basket. Blocked by number 35. Allen
get up, big
saves
fella.
it. 3 seconds to shoot. 2 seconds to shoot. 1 second. It's up. It's going to count. It's good. Oh! Matthews with his 7th shot of the quarter.
That was nice.
But it did not fall, and we are tied at 14 after a start to this game. It was 12-3 early. Dynasty Elite looked like they were going to take it over and run them out of the gym, and the Warriors are getting great opportunities, managed to put the ball in the basket. You got Matthews with 6, Allen with 5, and Stewart with 4. 4 of their players have taken outside shots, 3-pointers. Johnson pacing the Dynasty Elite with 2 threes, 6 points for him. Let's see, 4 other guys on the books. Fields, McKee, Bowie, and Gaddis, each with 2. Nice pace to this game. The game's going well. Now, I will tell you, Coach Casey, I saw half a dozen guys from this Dynasty Elite team dunking in warm-ups, so I am waiting for the fireworks.
You know, and hopefully soon there will be some fireworks, but right now, the way the GS Warriors are playing, they're keeping the ball away from those bigs. Keeping the bigs away from the basket. They're doing exactly what Coach Dinkle has emphasized to these kids. Keep the ball from the bigs. And now it looks like Dynasty Elite's going into a man.
Yeah, I think that's a good call given that all their points have come from open threes. So they got to stay in man. They got to keep it tight, but they don't keep it tight, and Allen makes them pay. That's his 8th point. He's hit all 3 of his baskets. They backed off him too much. This is high school ball. You can't stand that far away from your man.
No.
Oop, nice little pop. It almost pokes it away, and that's Matthews. He's him and Allen have paced the team so far. They've got 8 points and 6 points, respectively.
The tough part about going man against a GS Warriors type team is they're all guards. They're all guards. They can handle the ball well. They can get to the rim. They can get to the rack. They penetrate and kick. And who is McKee and Gaddis going to guard in those situations?
Well, yeah, and McKee and Gaddis not getting the ball in the paint at all for Dynasty Elite. They've got a huge size advantage. Beautiful scoop and score, and that is Dinkle with the 2. He is on the books. And
that's the problem right there. Gaddis is not used to guarding smaller players on the perimeter player. He's used to guarding those bigs down low. GS Warriors are taking him 15 to 18 feet outside.
Now they feed the big man. We've been calling for it all game. They finally get it inside to him, and he gets to the free throw line. Let's see if he can make him pay for it. Gaddis has 2 points earlier this game. It is 19-14 now. The Warriors up. They've been on one heck of a run.
It's a 16-3 run.
Yeah, really shut him down. Not good looks for Dynasty so far since then, and he airballed that one.
Knuckleball. That's a Charlie Huff knuckleballer right there.
15-19. Warriors leading 19-15. A nice attack on the basket, and that's a foul call on Gaddis.
You could tell the GS Warriors now are playing with confidence. They're getting to the rim when they want to get to the rim. They're kicking when they want to kick. They are playing with so much confidence right now.
Yeah, they look loose. They look like they're having a good time, and everyone here has a green light on this Warriors team.
Yes,
Dynasty Elite's going to have to find a way to get the ball in the paint and punish them.
Brian, if you and I put on a red uniform, we'd probably have the green light too.
I don't think anyone wants to give me the green light from three-point line, but I do my best. It is 20-15. Absolutely.
We might not make it, but we'll put it up.
20-15 with 6:54 here remaining in the high school championship. Second free throw up and away, and it's no good. Rebound corralled in by Teague. Teague's going to push it up here. Let's see if they can pound him in the paint. They've got to make him pay. If they're going to go with this bigger lineup against the smaller lineup from the Warriors, and they turn it over again. Bolston driving.
No.
Tries to get it to fall, gets his own rebound, inside again. Another offensive board. Looks like it's going to be Matthews coming back out with it. Three-pointer away. No good for Stewart. Teague pushing the ball. Pulls it back out. Gaddis wants it inside. He's got the size advantage. Ooh. And they're going to put him not to the free throw line. I think they're just going to call that on the floor.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's on the floor, on the floor. That was a good move by the big man.
Yeah, nice strong power move. Okay, this is kind of what I expected here. We're seeing them go a little bit smaller now for Dynasty Elite, get a little bit more perimeter defense out there.
GS Warriors have really stepped up their defense here after the first couple of minutes of the first quarter. They have stepped up their defensive pressure.
Yeah, it's really bothered Dynasty Elite, working the ball around the top. Garabadian going to fire from three, and it's good. That's his first points of the game. Freshman Lucas Garabadian with the three to cut it to a 2-point lead, 20-18 with 5:50 remaining here in the second.
That's a nice stroke right there. Nice stroke.
Yeah, I've watched this kid play a number of times. He's got a great shot. And his lack of size against this team is not going to hurt as much as it would against some of the bigger teams they might have faced throughout the course of the weekend.
True. Wow.
Free ball away. That one was an air ball. That touched nothing. Dinkle felt the need to get into the action, and nobody shot a three in a little while here for the Warriors, and I'm sure they were feeling the drought. And here comes another three. Foul. Chance for a 4-point play, but doesn't get it to fall. Matthews is going to go to the free throw line.
It's okay to fight through a screen, but to actually try to.
Oh, they did not call that on the shooting. It was a foul on the screen.
On the screener.
Ooh, a little bit of miscommunication there, but Bolston manages to corral it and keep the ball alive. Bolston working one-on-one. Sweet side-to-side move. Runs into Gaddis and thinks better of it.
Yeah.
Kicks it back out again. They'll reset. Mid-range jumper.
That's a tough shot right there. That's a good-looking shot.
Nice play by Stewart. It sounded from here like Gaddis may have even got a little finger on it.
I think he got a piece of it.
But it still goes in, and it's 22-18, 4:56 remaining. Warriors in red leading this game. Shot at the basket by Johnson's no good. And they've gone a little cold here for Dynasty Elite. Oh, pretty move by Matthews.
That is pretty.
And that is a top play nominee.
That is pretty.
With 4:40 remaining, that was Matthews driving the basket.
See, that's a tough mid-range floater right there. That's a tough shot. And now they're attacking
ahead again to Matthews. Let's see what he can do with this one. Matthews, the strong take to the basket, but can't get it to fall.
Matthew plays like the old UGA guard Vern Fleming, way back in the day with Dominique Wilkins, those guys.
Oop. Stuck underneath the basket. Another turnover. Matthews out on the break again. Hands it off.
Nice
pass.
And one. Let's go.
Pretty pass by Matthews.
Nice.
Bolston finishes the play. And with 4:05 remaining, they open a 26-18 lead.
This is a surprise. This is a surprise.
Yeah, Dynasty Elite came out red hot. We're up 12-3. They've gone ice cold. It was 12-3, and now it's 26-18 the other way here with 4:05 remaining in the second.
Wow.
And Bolston completes the three-point play, and another top 10 nominee right there.
Yeah, the GS Warriors defense has completely stymied the Dynasty Elite offensive sets here.
Dynasty Elite throwing the ball around, not in shooting position. 10, 15 feet behind the three-point line here. Really not in the action. No legitimate chance to score off these passes. Gets a nice drive to the basket, doesn't score it. Offensive rebound, and the put back in. We're going to credit that one to McKee.
Nice tip. That's how you crash the boards right there, big fella. Like that.
Pushes ahead as Bowie. Nice drive to the basket, but can't get it to fall as Harkness. And going the other way, Warriors driving the basket. Oh, a pretty block, but right into the hands and out to a three-point shooter, and that one's no good.
McKee says, get that weak stuff out of here.
And they couldn't make him pay. Went right into the three-point shooter, and he gets the foul on the other end. Yeah, McKee working hard out here. He has 4 points. He'll go to the line and try to cut into this. It's 27-20. Warriors in red leading Dynasty Elite with 3:09 remaining here in the second in this high school championship game.
That was a great possession, offensively and defensively for McKee. Great possessions.
And McKee finds every part of the rim and the bottom of the net. He's got 5. 3:09 remaining. It's 27-21 here at Roswell High School for the Halftime Sports Georgia Hoops Invitational, brought to you by sportalspace. Second free throw up and away. That rim was not as kind to him, and a quick foul given there.
Those are the type of fouls that cause coaches to lose hair. 84 feet from the basket, and you foul. Why? Why?
Fortunately for Dynasty Elite, they've got only 5 here in the half with 3 minutes remaining, but foul free throws could come in and play, and the way the Warriors shoot the ball from 3, I think they'd like to get to the free throw line.
Yes.
They've made 3 or 4 so far tonight. Oh, not a good idea there by Allen. Tried to squeeze it through a hole that wasn't open. Dynasty Elite coming down. Let's see if they can make him pay. Stewart kicking himself. He knew that ball was hanging in the air. It was his to take.
That's a good shot.
Nice bucket by Fields. That's his 4th point of the night. 27-23 with 2:30 remaining here in the half. We've had a real fast up and down pace. Had a quick start by Dynasty Elite. They built a big 12-3 lead. Warriors came back on and really punished them with the 3 ball, and now we got a battle. Good inside pass, but it doesn't fall for Allen. Bowie pushing it up. Harkness in transition, finds a shooter, wide open Fields, doesn't get it to fall, but Harkness fights for the rebound. Harkness, pretty move inside on the bucket.
That's nice.
Harkness has really given him a nice spark off the bench here in the last few minutes.
Benson
playing with a lot of pace, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement.
Such a good player.
Dynasty Elite crowd getting into it. It's 27-25 with 1:48 remaining. Tough screen, doesn't lead to much. Ball working outside to Stewart. Stewart around the top to Dinkle. Dinkle back to Stewart. Stewart probing the defense. Doesn't see anything there. Allen taking a look.
One more.
Dynasty League's gone back to a 2-3, trying to guard the perimeter a little bit higher. Gone with a smaller lineup. McKee at the center. Haven't seen any of Gaddis in a while. He was struggling to guard the smaller guards from the Warriors. Drive in the basket. Not there. McKee gets sky high for that rebound. Garabedian pushing it in transition.
Oh,
nice. Oh, McKee stays on it. Misses both the putbacks, but Harkness cleans it up.
Harkness has provided them with that spark, that energy and desire that the Dynasty Elite team has needed.
Absolutely. We got 27-all tie game with 56 seconds left here in the half.
We got a game here.
It's an exciting one. It's been exciting. It's been up and down. We've had 2 lead changes, and now we're tied back up again. Been a game of runs. Warriors, if you're noticing, they have not had anybody else on the court. That's because they don't have anybody else here today. They're running with 5 in this championship game.
There are no subs, so no one can complain about playing time today.
No, everyone's going to get plenty, and there's been plenty of shots to go around. Warriors bringing it around the outside. Allen fires from 3. No good. Rebound inside. No good for Bolston. That ball's bouncing around. Allen fights for it. Oh, and they're going to get him for a travel.
Wow, that's a tough one.
Allen's not protesting, so he must have known it was a travel because he just ran back the other way. 27-all, 17 seconds left. Let's see if Dynasty League can get a good bucket here, a good look at the bucket with the time running down in the half. These 2 teams played earlier in pool play. It was 53-44, kind of on a similar pace here. But Warriors making more shots and getting things going. 10 seconds left. Oh, and he's stripped. We are going the other way with Matthews. Matthews up and in. Still a few seconds left. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. Bowie at the buzzer. Oh, and he does not get that one to fall.
We almost had a little March Madness here.
We've got some excitement, that's for sure. It is 29-27. The Georgia State Warriors in red leading Dynasty Elite, white and blue trim. They started out Dynasty red hot, 12-3 right out of the gate, being led by 2 threes by Johnson. He's got 6. But Georgia State Warriors, they shot their way back into this game.
They have. They really have. And, you know, not just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, they've really stifled that Dynasty Elite's perimeter game, which had started off so hot. They've really stepped up their defense. They're boxing the bigs out, getting more rebounds, and they're just pushing the ball up the court, making the Dynasty Elite bigs run the court.
Yeah, Dynasty Elite had to really go to a smaller lineup. Really couldn't punish them in the paint and couldn't defend them with the bigger lineup out there. So it's been a great first half. Warriors paced by Matthews with 9 and Allen with 8. all 5 of their 5 players in the books with some points, and happy to fire from 3.
They will, and Brian, trust me, we'll see a lot more threes in the second half as well. That's their game. That is their game. Putting up threes. Again, they go back to the old adage: if I make 3 threes, you've got to make 5 field goals.
Warriors leading Dynasty Elite 29-27 here. We appreciate you joining us in this broadcast. We are live from Roswell High School, home of the Hornets, in beautiful Roswell, Georgia. This is the Halftime Sports Georgia Hoops Invitational, the final championship game of the day. It's been a fun day here. Brought to you today by sportalspace. Sportalspace is connecting communities through youth sports. Every practice, every game, sportalspace. We got just a few seconds left here until halftime. No rest for the weary. This is our 3rd call on the mic. Brian Zwerner in the play-by-play with my color commentator, Kim Coleman, from Halftime Sports. We've had a lot of fun. We will be back out here in 2 weeks' time. Easter weekend tournament for Halftime Sports with sportalspace providing the media coverage. Tune back in. Keep an eye on our YouTube and Twitter channels. We will have a top 10 highlight reel from this tournament. Had a couple nice nominees, both on the side of the Warriors. Matthews and Bolston with the highlights so far this half. Well, Dynasty Elite going back to the big lineup, going back to Gaddis. He's got a huge size advantage. They were not able to capitalize on it in the first half.
I would imagine the second half here, Brian, that they're going to start looking more down low to the bigs.
They haven't really been able to feed him inside. It was really McKee when he came in. They really gave him the spark that they needed to get back into this game. He had only 3 points in the second quarter, but he managed to put up 4 shots.
Yeah.
And we are about to go live here with the second half. It's 29-27. The Warriors in red out here leading. Dynasty Elite in white with the blue trim. Down 27-29. They've got the ball. They played a pretty disciplined offense. And there goes a long 3 by the freshman.
Say that. He pulls a 3.
Karabati, and that's a long 3. Didn't fall. Not what we had seen from them in the first half.
Yeah.
Coach Fields or Harkness over there? Do you know which coach that's
is? Fields and that's Harkness.
Harkness didn't like the quick shot there.
Harkness is the founder and program director for the Dynasty Elite team.
Okay.
Lives in the Cambridge area. His kids go to Cambridge High School. Many of these kids that are on this Dynasty Elite team are from the North Fulton area. He does a great job. They both do a great job with these kids. This is by far the biggest team he has ever had.
Yeah, this is a sizable team, and they list as 10th grade, and I know at least one of these kids is a 9th grader, and they've got some good size, some good length. That free throw is up, and it is good for Bolston.
You know, Z, they like to play up. They normally like to play against 11th graders. You know, because at the high school level, it doesn't matter. You know, if you're 9th, 10th, 11th, you're playing against it's that level every night, every Tuesday and Friday, Saturday night.
31-27 here with 7:24 remaining in the third quarter. Warriors in red leading Dynasty Elite in white. When these two matched up in pool play, it was Dynasty Elite's game, 53-44. Warriors playing well, ahead of that pace right now. Nice play in the paint, and that's Fields. He's got 6.
And that game was pretty much even until the beginning of the fourth quarter when the Elite team started to pull away, started to go down low with Gaddis and McKee. Harkness hit a few threes, and they really, I mean, again, it was only a 9-point advantage, but they pulled away, finally pulled away in the fourth quarter of that game. Yeah,
Harkness and McKee gave a lot of energy in the second quarter when it looked like this game was getting away from Dynasty Elite. They're both on the bench right now. We'll see who can provide that scoring pop for Dynasty. Three-pointer, no good. Ball bouncing around. Gaddis unable to get it, and it's going to stay here.
Well, I tell you, although the Elite has the height advantage, the Warriors do crash. That's one thing. They crash on every shot.
Yeah, they got an athletic squad. They're playing well above the rim. 31-29, 6:28 remaining here in the third. Warriors working the ball around the top. That's Bolston. And we got a hand check foul. It's going to be out of bounds. Worth saying it again, the Warriors, who are leading this game by 2, have no substitutes, so everyone will play the entire game. There's a couple people hanging on the bench, but none of them are players, and so they are going to run this thing the whole way for Coach Dinkle.
I don't think he's called a timeout. Has he called a timeout
If
yet?
I were him, I'd be using them just to give the guys a little extra rest, but you know what? They've got great pace right now. Dinkle driving the basket, doesn't get that one. Sorry, Bolston drive the basket, doesn't get that one to fall. Ball's ahead to Teague. Teague in the corner. And that is going to be a travel. It looked good, but no, sir, that is not legal. You got to put the ball on the ground before you take those 2 big steps.
There's nothing legal about that one, my friend.
It looked nice. It didn't go in anyway, so it wasn't really much of a problem, but that would be.
He was on spring break. He was on his way to the Bahamas with that one.
Yes, sir. 31-29 Warriors in red leading Dynasty Elite in white with 5:42 remaining here in the third. It's been a real competitive game, been back and forth, but the Warriors have had the lead here ever since they took it. Early in the second quarter.
I tell you what, the GS Warriors team is so disciplined on the offensive end.
Goodness.
Wow.
He got mugged there. Gaddis came over strong to try to challenge that pass, and
just
a little too strong.
Some people, I don't even know.
That'll learn Gaddis a seat on the bench. I
felt
like
they jail for those type of fouls.
I felt like they played with better pace. Dynasty did when McKee was in at the center position. He's a little bit more athletic. He's able to guard and get up, and he can push the ball in transition when he gets rebounds or steals.
Well, their defense is starting to extend the GS Warriors offense now.
Well, they have to because the Warriors are content to shoot any 3 they get, even if it's only a little bit open.
They're going to put it up, and now they're starting to screen the top guards to try to get open shots on the perimeter.
Allen was looking for the pull to get to him, and that was not a good shot by Bolston.
Closed that door.
Yeah, that wasn't there. Bolston swung it. Allen was supportive on that. He could have been complaining because he wanted the ball and he was open. He called for it, but Bolston decided to take that 3. It didn't touch anything.
You could tell from the moment that he shot that when he came off his fingers wrong. It didn't come off his index finger. Came more off his middle finger.
Teague tried to drive. It really put McKee into a bad position where there was really nothing he could do with the ball. 2 defenders all over him.
Yeah.
And they get the jump ball, and the arrow goes to the Warriors. Warriors are up 31-29. Pace has slowed down a ton.
It has slowed down tremendously.
Each team has only scored twice in the first 4 minutes or so here, 3.5 minutes of the quarter. Bolston unable to get that one to fall. He's missed all 3 of his field goals this quarter. Ahead to Fields.
There's Harkness.
Back to Harkness. He spotted a big spark. Not able to get that one to fall, though. Warriors pushing it up. He's got Bolston in transition. Blocked. No good. No foul, and they're going to call it a clean block. McKee pushing it. Working around to Harkness. Harkness drives the basket in a pretty move.
That's a good move. Denton Harkness has provided this Dynasty Elite team with so much energy in this game.
I like what I'm seeing out of Harkness. He's provided a great spark. He's got 6 points now for Dynasty Elite all in the second and third quarter, and it is a tie ball game, 31-all with 3:55 remaining in the third.
This is going to go down to the wire.
I would love it. I would love it.
GS Warriors have not been.
I got nowhere to be, Mr. Coleman. I'm happy to hang around as long as we need to.
Oh. The Warriors.
Matthews drives, can't really get anything going, and gets fouled.
They have not had a real good look at a 3 this entire quarter.
No, they've only had 2 3-pointers they've shot. They were not good options. They've only managed 2 points. Both have come from the free throw line. And we've got a total of 2 points, 4 points on the other side.
Wow.
Oop, and that one just rolls around and doesn't fall for Stewart.
It's amazing how the
Matthews.
pace has slowed tremendously for both teams.
Yeah, the Dynasty Elites come out and guarded the 3-point line and dared them to try to get the ball into the paint, and the Warriors haven't been able to do it.
Oh.
And the bank is open for Matthews.
But you know
he puts that free throw in. He didn't call back, but we'll give it to him anyways.
It looks like a swish when it's in the box stores.
Yes, sir, it does. And then the drive, foul coming up, and that will be Fields going to the line. He has 6. 32-31, chance for them to take the lead back. They haven't had the lead since early in the second quarter. They've tied it up twice. Weren't able to get the stops on the other end. Fields ties it again. That's the third tie here. And we are tied at 32 with 3:31 remaining.
I believe their last time they led, it was 12-11.
Yep.
First quarter.
Yep, they had a 12-3 lead early, and now they've got the lead back. So we've had our third lead change.
There we go.
I got a feeling we're going to need it, so we're going to start tabulating that. That's the third lead change of the game, 33-32. Dynasty Elite in white with the blue trim up on the Georgia State Warriors in red.
Got a feeling it's going to change a lot more.
I think we will. We're going to do it with tick marks, so it's easy to update. Warriors working around. That's going to be a 3-ball for Bolston. And it's good.
And that was the first clear-cut three-point attempt they've had this quarter.
All the offense has been coming from Bolston this quarter. He's managed to put up 5 shots. The rest of the team has taken 1. So all the offense running through number 10 Bolston.
There's Harkness again. There's
Harkness.
Oh. McKee with the board. That's nice. That
McKee
is nice.
With the bucket and the finish, and he has 7. Harkness and McKee off the bench was 7 and 6. McKee was 7. Harkness was 6. And we are tied back up again at 35 all.
You know,
and
Brian,
that was yet another lead change.
I think the Warriors are getting fatigued here. They're walking the ball up the court.
3-ball, and he is fouled, shooting the 3, and we're going to see 3 free throws.
Yeah, the Warriors are walking the ball up the court now. They're not. There's not that zest and that zeal to get the ball up the court as fast as they were in the first half. I think fatigue may be setting in. They've played 5 games already with 5 players.
Yeah, they had 2 other folks sitting on the bench, little brothers, but even they left. They're walking around in the top of the gym now. So there is no help, nowhere to turn to, and that's not seemed to bother them. Matthews hits the first free throw. He hits the second free throw. He is now 3 for 4 tonight from the line, and he has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got 12 of their 37 points.
I'd say I love watching these 2 teams play. Both teams are well coached. They execute their offense and defensive sets. They're just fine-tuned teams out here.
Ooh, almost a backcourt. It was close. 3-pointer up and away for Phillips. It's no good. That was his first shot of the game. Warriors are going to take their time, as you said, try to get a little life. They are up 37-35 with 2 minutes remaining here in the second. Dynasty Elite tries to protect the paint. McKee, good defense. No foul call, and it's going to stay here, though.
That's a good call.
Yep.
That's off White. That was off Phillips.
Good D by McKee, protecting the paint. They've gone with a smaller lineup. It's been more effective for them. Ball works out to the top. Dinkle at the top. Matthews looking, probing the defense, trying to see if he can find anything. Dinkle with a long 3. Doesn't fall. McKee pushing it in transition, looking for Garabadian. Over to Bowie. Back to Bowie at the top.
Bowie's got to attack the zone. They're just passing the ball from the perimeter.
These passes are way too far from the action. Bowie with the long 3. Not going to fall. Rebound. And transition. Warriors. Nice drive by Dinkle, but can't get it to fall. Bowie going to push it the other way in transition. He's going to the rack.
Oh!
Tip-tap off the backboard, and it's no good either. Leaks it out. Garabadian.
Not sure who he was passing that
right back to McKee. Johnson driving the basket. Strong take. Doesn't get it to fall. McKee tries to get the offensive rebound. Can't get it. Phillips takes the shot from mid-range, and he puts it down. And we are tied back up again.
And GS Warriors come right back at him. Right back at him. That's what you have to do.
51 seconds remaining, and it's 37-all. This has been a great game. We've had 5 lead changes. We've had a lot of 3-pointers. We've had a lot of transition game. This has been a exciting championship game here in the high school division of the Halftime Sports Georgia Hoops Invitational, brought to you today by Sportalspace. Sportalspace connects communities to youth sports. Free throw up and away.
Both teams are
no
playing
good for
with heart
Dinkle.
And passion here, Z.
I like it.
I love it.
I like it.
Both teams. It's unfortunate there's going to be a loser today.
Yep.
It's unfortunate because both of these teams want this, and they're both playing like they want it.
Yeah, pace of the game has slowed down a bit. We had 29-27 at the end of the first half. This quarter, each team around 10 points. Gaddis with the rebound, not able to connect. You got to wonder if fatigue's really starting to weigh on them here.
Yeah.
They got no substitutes for the Warriors in red, but they are still tied up here with 40 seconds left against Dynasty Elite. Nice play by Phillips. No good. Gaddis with the rebound, and he puts it in.
That's nice.
We've been missing that since the first quarter. That's his first bucket. He has 5. He's got a huge size advantage. They struggled to keep him off the glass early, but he really couldn't defend the smaller players in the Warriors. 3-ball away. It's no good for Matthews.
Shots are starting to fall short for Matthews. He may be starting to wear down.
Phillips. That's going to be a travel.
That's traveling.
39-37. And that is Dynasty Elite with the lead with 12 seconds remaining. 12 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Warriors pushing it in. 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh, floater. That's
floater
nice.
doesn't go. 2, 1, and it's too late.
Oh,
not going to count.
Z, this may go down to the last possession. A true March Madness game.
39-37. Dynasty Elite takes this lead. That's the 6th lead change of this game. 4th quarter coming up. If you like excitement in your basketball, we got it for you here.
This is fun. This is how you cap off a tournament.
This is a great finish to what has been a great weekend. Hope everyone's enjoyed our broadcast here, brought to you by Sportalspace, every practice, every game of the Halftime Sports Georgia Hoops Invitational. It's been a great weekend so far here. Coaches have really enjoyed it. Players have enjoyed it. Fans seem to enjoy it. We've been at Roswell High School and Etowah High School. We appreciate their hospitality.
All the feedback has been extremely positive. The players have been excited to have Sportalspace a part of the Halftime Sports properties, and the coaches are fired up. Coaches are fired up. Parents who are normally disgruntled because little Johnny's not playing, we haven't had any of that this weekend. It's been a fantastic weekend of basketball. Lots of exciting basketball. These kids have been playing. This is the great way to cap off a fantastic weekend with the high school championship game.
Yeah, been a lot of fun here, and they are going to be live with the 4th quarter. 39-37, Dynasty Elite in white with the blue trim facing the Georgia State Warriors in red. We'll give you the quick rundown. The Warriors been hot shooting from outside. They're playing with only five players, and they've been able to keep the pressure rolling the whole game. Did most of their damage from the three-point line and the free throw line.
Yes.
Leading scorers would be Matthews with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points for the Warriors. Number 3, Matthews, and Allen, number 35 with 8. He hasn't scored since the first half. And Bolston, number 10, he's got 7.
They're playing Matthews in this. It's really kind of a 4-out, 1-in. Oh, good drive by Matthews.
Matthews drives and finishes.
Good drive.
Nice take and a great finish at the basket. They tie that game back up again. It's another tie. I haven't been tracking the ties, but there's been about 6 of those, too. We've got 6 lead changes, about 6 ties, and they're working inside to McKee. McKee's had a real effective game so far. Gets his own rebound. Nope, not able to corral it, and it stays here.
Wow. That's a nice jump hook, though. Although he missed that, that's a very nice jump hook.
Yeah, McKee's been real active. He has 7 on the game, and he's been a key part of them getting back into this thing in the second and third quarter.
Oh, it's got to be a foul. Some people go to jail for that type of foul. That was
you can't give a lot of fouls. Warriors have been lucky with no bench. Can't allow anyone to get in foul trouble, but they've only managed to commit 2 fouls here in the second half, and that's critical given their situation with the no bench to work with. 7:04 remaining, and we're tied up at 39. Dynasty Elite in white with the blue trim and bounding underneath the basket. Works the ball inbounds to Fields. Stripped away, but it's going to stay here.
That was a good play. Good
Johnson inbound for the Dynasty Elite. Up top to Fields. Fields looks inside to Gaddis. Doesn't see it.
Foul.
And he's fouled driving to the basket.
That's a foul. Stewart got him on the hand.
You know, coach for the Warriors over there, Dick Cole, he hasn't said much of anything all night. He's just letting them run. This team seems to know each other, know what they're trying to do real well. He hasn't had to give much instruction. He seems to be relaxing even more than we are over there.
Charles is not just a good coach, but he's a great guy.
He's doing a great job with this team. He's been battling with no substitutes, and he's managed to keep them in against a larger team. That is yet another lead change, our 7th lead change to the game. With 6:59 remaining, Dynasty Elite takes the 1-point lead, 40-39. Fields makes his second free throw. He is perfect 4 for 4 from the line and leads the team with 10 points. That's Fields, number 1 for Dynasty Elite in white. Driving the basket. Nice strong take to the basket is Bolston, but it doesn't fall. He provided most of the offense in the third quarter. Beautiful take by Fields, and he's got another bucket. He's got 2.
That's a strong
He's got
move.
all 4 of their points here in the quarter, and they are up 43-39 with 6:37. The crowd is starting to get into it here at Roswell High.
That's a strong big boy move right there, Z. You like that. When you want to go to the rack, you got to go hard and strong, especially at this level. Oh,
takes it right into the big man, and he gets the foul call. Matthews, the leading scorer here for the Georgia State Warriors. Strong move to the basket, not phased by the size of Gaddis. Gaddis has got a little bit of foul trouble as well, too.
That's how you attack the rim. Get to the body of your opponent, protect the ball, and make your free throws.
And he has done that. He is now 4 for 6 from the line.
Nice.
Second free throw is good, and we are back to a 2-point game. 43-41, Dynasty Elite in white leading the Georgia State Warriors in red. 6:20 remaining in this championship game of the Georgia Hoops Invitational. Three-pointer up and away, no good. That was Teague. He's missed both the threes he's taken so far today. Loose ball, fumbled around. Johnson comes up with it to McKee. McKee back to Teague. Teague can't get that one to fall. Rebound underneath, and he's fouled.
That's tough. You got to convert those layups there, see.
Yeah, he had a nice look at the basket, and you know, Georgia State Warriors don't really bring a lot of size, but they're athletic. They're protecting the basket.
They get to the
They're doing it without fouling because they can't afford to.
Yeah, only 3 team fouls in the second half right now. That's
to
phenomenal.
8 for Dynasty Elite. Dynasty, you know, the Georgia State Warriors going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way. This is 1-1 here for Bolston. Bolston has made all 4 of his free throws so far tonight.
Oh, you jinxed him.
And that one does not fall. Ahead in the front court is McKee. McKee back to Fields, working it around. That's Johnson for 3, and it's good.
Got it.
Count the 3. 46-41. They open up a 5-point lead. Their biggest lead of the half. 5:40 remaining in this game. Championship game going to be decided in the next 5 minutes here, and it's going to be a good one.
This is almost the same exact spot when they played in pool play, when the Elite separated themselves from them.
Allen
Warriors.
trying to get something going. Over to Matthews. Matthews short. Rebound Dinkle.
They need a bucket here. They need a bucket.
Allen short. Bowie bringing it up. Swings it over to the wing to Teague. Teague sizing up the defense. Doesn't see what he likes. Going to work it up high. 46-41. 5:05 remaining. Dynasty Elite in white over the Georgia State Warriors in red. Bowie sizing up the defense again. Johnson off to the wing. Nothing there. Teague in trouble. Double teamed. Yeah, smart timeout call by Coach Harkness over there because Teague was in the corner. He had 2 guys on him. I don't think he had a way to get out of that thing with it. The only thing he could have hoped for would have been a foul.
There was nowhere to go. That's the worst place you can go in the corner because all of a sudden those baselines become extra defenders.
Yeah, he was in a bad spot over there, and astute call by Harkness to get him out of trouble. It's 46-41. We've had 7 lead changes, 6 ties so far in this game. Early on, Dynasty Elite opened up a big lead. Georgia State shot their way right back into this thing, and we've had a real exciting game here. And I think we may be in for more lead changes or ties before this thing is over. We still got 4:53 remaining. Championship game of the high school level from the Halftime Sports Georgia Hoops Invitational, brought to you by sportalspace. sportalspace connecting communities through youth sports. sportalspace. Every practice, every game. 4:53 remaining. 46-41. It's going to be Dynasty Elite in white coming in with the ball against Georgia State Warriors in red. Thank you for tuning in today. If you haven't already been with us, Georgia State playing with 5 players, no substitutes. They've seemed a little tired, as you would expect, but they've stayed out of foul trouble. Dynasty Elite running with a bigger squad. Been getting more of their baskets in the paint lately. Been able to drive and get opportunities. Nice patient offense. Coach preaching patience from the sideline, telling them to take their time here. No shot clock at the high school level in the state of Georgia. We've got a lot of guys rumbling for it. Hasn't come to the state yet at the high school level. Definitely not going to make it into a travel tournament until that happens.
I'm a proponent. I am.
You'd like to see it.
I'd like to see the shot clock. I think some of these teams would be less likely, obviously, to take the air out of the ball.
Hand check foul, 40 feet from the basket. Not really needed.
Drives coach is crazy. Drives coach is crazy. There was no way Boulier was going to do anything that was going to be positive or effective 40 feet away from the basket.
No.
His back was towards the basket.
No, there was no reason for that, and frankly, the Warriors can't afford it with only 5 players.
No.
Matthews gets in foul trouble. There's nowhere to go.
I think what's happening right now is Dynasty Elite is just looking to take time off the clock.
Yep, and they're content to do that. Oh, strong move, but unable to do anything with it
Jump
is
ball.
Harkness, and they
Wow.
called the jump ball.
Wow, okay.
I mean, either a block or a foul, but jump ball, I'm surprised. But it's going to be Warriors ball going the other way.
That's an interesting call.
Warriors in red, down by 5 here. Need a spark with 4:05 remaining. Who's going to give it to him? Is it going to be Matthews? Is it going to be Bolston? Those have been the two guys putting the most shots. Allen was real active in the first half. Hasn't scored in the second half.
He's been kind of quiet. They've had him at the high post on the offensive end in the zone, where earlier he was catching the ball and pump faking and going to the basket. Now he's not.
Stewart, three-pointer away.
That's nice, and they needed that basket.
You know, we said Allen was working that high post. They got it into him. He found the open shooter, and Stewart drained the three, his second one of the night, and we have a 2-point game here. Turnover, ahead to Matthews. Matthews for the layup, and we've got another tie.
We got a tie ball game here.
That is our 7th tie of the game. It's 46-46 with 3:30 remaining. And I'm having fun here. I don't know about you, Coach KC, but this is a good finish.
A blast. This is
how you shut a tournament down.
Exactly. This is how you top it off.
Bowie working well away from the basket. Warriors defenders are lurking. They've been getting buckets off of getting in the passing lanes. They've been able to close down these passing lanes and turn it into easy offense.
They will not get the ball down to Gaddis. I'm not sure why.
Can't see him. Fields trying to find something down low. Can't get it to fall. Rebound, and they're off and running. Bolston.
We will.
Ooh, and it doesn't fall, but he's going to go to the free throw line with a chance to take the lead back. That would be our 8th lead change if he can make one of these.
That is exactly how you get to the rim. You go hard, you go strong with the intent of making the and one. That is a beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, ball just rolled out for him. 46-46 with 2:53 remaining. Bolston's first free throw. Oh, no, it's no good.
Got to make free throws.
He hit his first 4 but missed his last 2. I can understand if they're a little tired. It's been a long weekend. They're playing with 5 today.
That ball starts to get a little heavy in the last 3 minutes of the ball game.
Yep, we need to see this one fall. This is Bolston at the line. Second free throw's up and away. And, oh, no, it spins out. It spins out, so we are still tied at 46 with 2:50 remaining. Fields, mid-range jump shot. It's a lost art, but not with the Dynasty Elite.
I tell you what, he has a very, very nice mid-range.
And that's our 8th lead change to break the tie. Matthews back up top, working it over to Dinkle.
They got to get the ball in the middle of the zone. They've got to get someone back in the middle.
Yep, they put Allen in the middle, and that created opportunities for him in the last possession down the court.
Oh, dribble, penetrate, kick. No, that's tough.
3-pointer no good for Matthews. 48-46. Dynasty Elite in white leading the game here. Bowie tries to get the ball to McKee. Matthews knocks it away. As tired as these guys must be from the Warriors, they are still active, aggressive. They are attacking the passing lanes, and it's led to good offense for them on the other end.
I love it. I love it. You know, this team won 2 halftime sports tournaments last year with only 7 players.
Wow. 48-46, Dynasty Elite in white leading with 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right, let's go. Oh, nice
inside
flash.
the Fields.
Nice
Beautiful move, but he can't finish. Gaddis cleans it up and in.
That's nice. Warriors are going to have to attack this zone. They're going to have to get Allen in the middle.
50-46. 1:44 remaining.
When the ball goes in the middle, good things happens for them.
It's getting loud in here and excited. I love it.
Good move, Allen. Good move.
Shakes the defender, gets to the free throw line.
I don't know why they stopped going to Allen in the middle in the second half.
A lot of good offenses come when they've got it in. He's not a big guy, but he's been playing through the high post at the free throw line, and it's led to good opportunities for him.
He's making a lot of things happen because once the ball comes in the middle, the elite zone is starting to collapse on them.
Oh, no. This free throws have been a disaster for them so far. They've missed their 2 of 6 in this fourth quarter is the Georgia State Warriors with 1:33 remaining, down by 4. All right, make that 3 of 7. So Allen makes 1. That's his first points of the second half, but he's contributed in a number of other ways, defensively, rebounding, and passing the ball. No good. Gaddis keeps it alive but loses the handle, and it's going to be Warriors ball.
Got to make those.
The crowd does not like it. The mostly Dynasty Elite crowd does not like it. That's what happens when you got 10 players versus 5. You got a little bit more in the fans.
And most of those 10 players live in this area.
And Dinkle, who you said hadn't been using his timeouts, apparently he was saving them for the end. With 1:12 remaining, it is 50-47. We appreciate you joining us here. I'm going to just get out on Twitter and let the Twitterverse know how a close game we have.
This is good. This is how you end a fantastic weekend of basketball. 3-point championship game with 1:12 left. Coach Harkness is going to draw up some type of defense. I think he's probably going to stay in that zone, probably taking away Allen away from the middle, though, because once the ball's been going in the middle, Allen's been able to penetrate and kick to the shooters or get all the way to the basket. He's been hurting the elite team with that middle presence.
Yeah, it's been a great game so far. Matthews has really been the leader for the Warriors. He has 6 in the quarter. Fields has carried 6 points as well for the Dynasty Elite.
You don't need a 3-ball here. All
no.
you need is a bucket.
No, 50-47, 106 remaining. Little hesitation move by Matthews. We know that the Warriors will shoot a 3 if the opportunity presents itself. They're more than happy to take them when they're there. Allen drives, kicks it back out. Dinkle doesn't get it to fall.
That was a good look. Oh,
but the offensive rebound. Matthews, he'll set up for the 3 in the corner.
Oh,
and it's good!
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Matthews with the big 3 to tie the game. And that is our 8th tie. We've had 8 lead changes, 8 ties, and it is tied up at 50 with 40 seconds remaining. This has been a fantastic game here. Dynasty Elite in white with the ball. Georgia State Warriors in red, 50-50. 38 seconds, and the clock is running. Warriors going to pressure the ball well above the 3-point line here. They've got fouls to give if they want to.
And
rebound. Bolston. And Matthews, will he hold for the last shot with 20? This team doesn't seem to hold for anything. I think if they get an open look, it's going to go.
I would call it timeout.
I think he's going to let him run. He's pretty comfortable with this team. They seem to know what they want.
I put Allen in the middle.
15 seconds remaining, 50 all. Let's see if he can win this game here in regulation. 10 seconds left.
Are we going to have March Madness here?
Matthews drives the basket over Gaddis. Can't get it to fall. 3 seconds, 2 seconds for the win.
No! Overtime.
And we are going to overtime. It is 50 all. It's been a fantastic game here. And we are going to overtime. It's the final championship of the game. Everyone thought they would be going home at this point, but it is overtime.
We've got our first overtime. I'm sorry, our second overtime game of the tournament. The first one was on the first night with the 4th grade group. The East Cobb Playmakers outlasted the Milton Spurs 16-15 in overtime, in which I think both teams combined to miss about 22 or 23 free throws in the 4th quarter.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, free throws, gosh, really hurt the Georgia State Warriors were shooting great free throws in the first half. In the 4th quarter, when it really counted, they only managed 3 of 7, and a game that ended up in overtime. We've got a fast 2-minute overtime. The pace of this game has been spectacular. Yeah. It's 50-50. Might mean something down the path here. Dynasty Elite already given 10 fouls. Any foul is going to be 2 shots at the line for the Warriors. They haven't capitalized in the 4th quarter, but all game long they were shooting the ball well.
Now, I do believe in the overtime, the first minute is running clock. First minute is running clock, I believe.
And that is Bowie with the ball. He's going to try to set the offense up.
I'm not sure why Harkness is not in.
Harkness has played real well. McKee's played real well, but neither of them are in here right now to start the overtime. Warriors playing very aggressive, coming after the ball out there. Working it up to Fields. Fields has been their leader throughout the entire second half. He's got 10 in the second half. Drives the basket, penetrates, kicks. Johnson driving. And we got a foul.
Okay.
1:37 remaining.
Gaddis.
And it's good. That was Gaddis inside.
You go to the big man.
Gaddis inside. He has 9.
That's a nice shot, big fella.
He's got 9 points to take the lead, and that is yet another lead change. Our 9th lead change of the game, and the Warriors turn it over. 1:08 remaining. One minute left in the game. 52-50. Warriors picking up full court now. The first time we've seen that all game.
Oh, that's why.
Wow, he pops it away. Dinkle pops it away. And inside to Matthews, and he scores to tie it up. Wow.
Unreal.
And that's our 10th tie of the game. 52-52. 49 seconds remaining. Great call by Coach Dinkle to move him to a full court the whole first time they saw it. And he travels. That's Teague with the travel.
That is a beautiful call.
43 seconds remaining. It's 52 all.
He had not pressed the entire game, chose at the right moment to call the press. They created a turnover and a bucket, and we're tied up. That is a beautiful call by Coach Dinkle.
43 seconds remaining.
Are they going to look for the last
Warriors
shot
are going to take their time here, but that has not been their MO the whole game. So I don't like it when teams get away from what they're doing just because of the situation. So they're going to have to find some kind of opportunity here. They had a look at the end of the regulation, weren't able to win it there. 29 seconds left. Dynasty Elite seems comfortable letting them run the clock down here. 52-52, 22 seconds left. Georgia State Warriors in red, Dynasty Elite in white. We've had 10 ties and 9 lead changes. Will we get another lead change here for the victory?
Well,
10 seconds left now.
Over.
They got to get going here. Georgia State got to go. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Allen
got
for
it.
the win.
Oh.
Doesn't get it. Shot away, and it doesn't fall.
Oh, my goodness. 2 golden opportunities. Put 2 more. Tell them 2 minutes, 1 minute, the first minute, running clock. The same thing as we just did. You good with that?
And we go
Same
to
thing.
double overtime. We got free basketball for you here at Roswell High School. It is 52-52. Each team only managed 2 points in the 2-minute overtime. Not much to show for that extra 2 minutes.
This is high school. We're going to just let them go 2 minutes. Same thing. First minute is running clock. Make sure both coaches know. Sorry.
Well, I hope you're enjoying the broadcast from home. We are at the Halftime Sports Georgia Hoops Invitational. Final championship of the day. This is the high school championship, and we are now in double overtime, 52-52. It's been a fantastic game. Georgia State Warriors in red, Dynasty Elite in white. We've had 9 lead changes, 10 ties. Someone's going to win this before we go home at some point.
We could not have asked for a better championship.
What a fantastic finish.
We could not have asked for a better
Gaddis
game.
controls the tip to Johnson. Johnson inside to McKee. McKee back out to Harkness. These are the guys who were really giving them the spark in the second half. They're back in. McKee and Harkness were key players down the stretch here, trying to just figure out if they can get the ball into Gaddis. They've got a huge size advantage. They haven't been able to use it all night. Working it around to Johnson. Johnson in the paint, and he gets it to fall.
Nice floater.
And there's our 10th lead change of the game. 54-52, 1:30 remaining in this game.
I have a feeling you're going to have to put another tick marker by
I don't think we're done just yet.
Change.
54-52, 124 remaining. Georgia State Warriors down by 2 with the ball in red. Dynasty Elite in white, 1:17 left. Warriors playing with no substitutes. They've got to be exhausted. Drives the basket.
3 balls.
3 away from Matthews, and it's good.
Another tick mark,
and there's another lead change, our 11th. Matthews. He scored the only points for them in the first overtime and the second. 1:01 remaining, and it is 55-54. Warriors in red leading Dynasty Elite in white. And that is their 6th foul, so he will not go to the line.
I believe that may be Stewart's 4th foul as well.
They cannot afford a foul out here.
Afford the foul out.
55 seconds left. Dynasty Elite with the ball, down by 1. Let's see what they can do with it. Warriors have been very aggressive at guarding them well above the line. Johnson drives, mid-range, pop. Gaddis with the rebound. And the pop back.
Big fella's going to work.
Big man. 40 seconds remaining. 56-55. That's our 12th lead change to go along with 10 ties. 30 seconds left. They can't hold here. They got to go. At the end of the first overtime, they held for a last-second shot. I don't think that's the right call here, KC.
You got to go. You just got to get a good shot. You just want to work your offense, move the ball.
It's been Matthews all night. It's Matthews again. His second 3 of the second overtime. Timeout. 58-56.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Loyola, out of Chicago?
This has been one heck of a finish. There's 16 seconds left. Matthews with 8 points. He's made all 3 of his shots in the overtime. He is on fire.
That is beautiful. And your coach is going, no. Good shot. Good shot.
It's 58-56 with 16 seconds remaining in this double overtime. Dynasty Elite's going to get the ball again with another chance. They've had four of their points in the overtime have come. Both overtime sessions have come from Gaddis, the big man inside. Really, no easy answer for them if they can get the ball to him. They've struggled to get him the ball in the paint, but when he gets it, he's got this little jump hook, and it's been very tough to stop.
His baby hook.
There's nobody within 6 inches of this guy.
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen here is the GS Warriors is going to have to put a lot of pressure on the guards to make sure it's difficult for them to get the ball down low.
Yeah.
I would front. I would put ball pressure on the point guards and front Gaddis. That's just me. If I was the
Fields and Johnson have been driving the basket and getting the opportunities. Johnson trained a nice mid-range here in the overtime. Fields was their leading scorer down the stretch. He had 10 in the second half. He hasn't scored in either overtime. And we saw a lot of excitement and energy in the second and third periods by Harkness and McKee from Dynasty Elite. Neither of them have managed to score since the third period.
Yeah, they came off the bench and provided the Elite team with a big-time spark. Harkness was getting to the well, hit a couple of jumpers. McKee was defending, getting offensive rebounds. But like you said, haven't seen that of late from neither one of them in the second half. Looks like Dinkel's going to pick him up full court. Ooh,
that's a tech.
Oh,
boy. Okay, 15 seconds left.
Wow.
Down by 2. Dynasty Elite with the ball. Down by 2.
Wow.
Woo! It could have been a technical call. There were 6 players that came out of that huddle. Referees let it go. I think that's the right call.
Yes.
I mean, you don't want a game like this decided on something silly like that. We got 10 seconds left. Dynasty Elite working around. Fields tries the basket. He gets an opening. Can't get it to fall. No foul call. Rebound goes to Georgia State Warriors. Oh, Fields wanted the foul call there. He didn't get it. And now there's 2 seconds left. Warriors, if they hit both these free throws, this game is over.
That's over. What a ball game. What a ball game.
Is that okay? Yep. We got 2 seconds left. 58-56. Georgia State Warriors in red with the lead at the line. 2 free throws to ice this game.
Makes the first.
Hits the first. It's now a 3-point game.
What?
2 seconds left. If he misses this, KC, we're going to have one quick shot for the tie. And why wouldn't it be?
He makes it.
And it's good. That's going to seal it. What a game. It's been a lot of fun. We
game.
hope you've enjoyed it. And that is the victory. 60.
That is how you cap off a wonderful weekend on the hardwood with a beautiful high school championship game against 2 very, very talented, 2 very well-coached basketball clubs. Excited to have both of these teams in our events, and they actually support our events quite often throughout the season, so we'll be seeing them a lot more.
Yeah, been a lot of fun here. This is Sportalspace and Halftime Sports bringing you this live championship games from the high school division of the Halftime Sports Georgia Hoops Invitational. We'll be back with you guys in 2 weeks' time as we bring you the next tournament on Easter weekend. No games on Easter Sunday. And keep an eye on Sportalspace. We will have a lot of coverage after this. We'll have recaps of all the tournament championships. We'll have a top 10 plays. I think you're going to see a few from this game here.
Where can our fans go to find the top 10 plays?
Keep an eye on sportalspace.com or Sportalspace on Twitter. That's where you'll be able to find us, or our YouTube channel. You can find that through the Sportalspace website.
Fantastic.
So don't you worry. It will be out there in many different ways for you. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, my friend. And we are